Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of The Outer Worlds. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that it chose to join me today as we flee from the cops, and, well, we kill them a lot if they attack us, and we go to a Canid review. And we're in Halcyon right now, not in Gorgon.
Just between the two of us, I hope this doesn't become a tradition.
Not looking forward to the next annual Canid review?
Not looking forward to the Canids. Odious things. I don't know why we let them prance around the city.
It is weird, isn't it? So they are actual spectators. Excuse me, bartender, can I not talk to you from here? I'm very sorry. The level designers didn't want to.
Welcome. This unit has been programmed to provide a selection of marginally subversive repartee.
Of course. My favorite kind of repartee. Let's hear it.
Now loading banter protocol. Indecency ratio set to 15%. Did you know that Orville Schuyler feeds his canids discount salt tuna? Scandalous.
15% is way too low. Let's get that indecency ratio to maximum.
Indecency ratio set to maximum. Now loading banter protocol. Byzantium's glory days are over. Bits cannot purchase happiness. All pleasure is fleeting. No amount of inebriation will dull the pain of ennui. Warning. This unit's banter protocol has exceeded its maximum allowance of subversive language. Memory wipe initiated.
It's gonna blow up.
This unit's banter protocol has been erased. Would you like to purchase a drink?
It's fine. He didn't blow up. No, I'll fine. I'll just excuse myself. I am not 100% sure what ennui means. Parvati? You're the literary one here. Teleporting as well. Do you know anything about ennuis?
Where are we headed?
Do you talk to me about things? No? Okay. I think ennui... Oh, because I discovered the review hall. Of course. I think ennui is like the notion that you are gonna die or something like that. More than like a specific type of feeling. It's like a very...
How long did you say Musgrave was gone?
I didn't. Frankly, I don't know. A couple of years? More? He said he was off on some type of beautification treatment, which I can only assume is a euphemism.
Of course. I wonder what that is, actually. Oh, am I still wearing the... No, I'm not wearing the thing. Riot control armor. Yeah, oh, this sucks. Let's open it. Because for some reason we can, and we will. Because we must.
Do you know what I'd like to see?
Winston Forsythe and Clarence Mosley in a staring contest?
I was going to say a sequel to Terror on Monarch, but I like your idea better.
That's why I think Peril on... Gorgon? That's the one. Is a serial-style title. That's why. Peril on Monarch. The game talks about it every once in a while, apparently.
Just hear me out. It's a brilliant idea.
Is this about canid hunting? We've been over this before. It's a terrible idea.
Canid hunting is the natural evolution of canid shows. No one's going to miss a few backwater laborers anyway.
Oh. It's written... I think it's written for you to be like, oh, they are hunting canids. No. Canids are hunting, I think. Is the implication there. Tilda. That is an interesting name. That is a very interesting name, if you don't know what a tilde is. No, it's not written like that. It's with an E at the end. So let's have a chat with Tilda over here. Apparently, is this an elevator? What is this? Oh, it's a pulpit. Hi.
Not now, please. I'm a little too busy, you know, being the master of ceremonies.
But of course. I'll, instead of going to my destination.
Hunting I object to, it's the impropriety.
Since when do you care about impropriety? Canid shows are unlawful, and you showed up anyway.
This is different. I just don't think we should be letting the lower class into Byzantium, even for fun.
You don't have to be scared of these canids, Captain. I don't think they're gonna hurt you.
I don't think they are gonna hurt me either, at least not permanently. Also, that is another blow to the whole thing. He's objecting to it because of a super bad reason. And we have all the canids.
Come now, Anubis, you must perk up.
Anubis? Are you gonna perk up?
Look at those wiggles. You think that means we're friends?
Maybe. I just petted the Anubis.
I don't suppose you've any formal training in canid husbandry. I really am at my wit's end. It's my little Anubis, you see. He's listless and miserable. I simply don't know what to do about his condition.
You need... could be something he ate.
You must understand. Anubis is a very picky eater. He dines exclusively on Terra 2 Saltuna, none of that rubbish from Monarch. Unfortunately, we've had a bit of a shortage lately. He's so miserable without his Saltuna.
Well, look at the poor guy. He's tired of Saltuna. Give him a proper treat.
Yes, I suppose you're right. I doubt all this excitement is doing any favors to his digestive system. I suppose I have been spoiling him with Saltuna. He could use a change of palate. Oh, I do have some limited edition Rizzo's CCN 76 chocolate bars.
I'm not very good at science. I'm no expert, but I don't think canids in chocolate mix, though.
You're probably right. He deserves better. Fresh ground borswurst, I'd say. You've been a world of help. I'll leave a good word on your permanent record.
Of course. Board reputation increased. I think it's too late for that. Ground borswurst. Borswurst is... I think it's like Spam, potentially. It's made of pigs. So I don't know if... I don't know what that means. I don't know what the implications there are. Are you, perchance... Oh, you're actually smoking a cigarette, a normal cigarette. I thought you were like, you know, one of those little long ones that you... Well, it's a normal cigarette as well. Actually, there's a special type of cigarettes for that. You know, the long thing that you smoke at the end of a thing. I don't know. I never smoke it. I know its name in Portuguese, just not in English. So what about this majesty over here? Oh. I can't pet this one. It is little Waldo.
The excitement wears off rather quickly, don't you think?
I'm sure.
I've heard stories of wild canids outside Byzantium, but frankly, I don't believe it.
That is one take. that is interesting, actually.
The excitement wears off rather quickly, don't you?
Oh yeah, I heard it does. So these are all canid handlers, and that's Joan of Bark, and this is Timothy. Little Waldo over there, and Nanners. Nanners is that one. Didn't we know a Nanners? Is that a reference to something? Because I think that might be a reference to something, and that is a prize. Golden. I'm discovering. I have just discovered it's a location. I can take the money because that obviously isn't the prize. They wouldn't need the money. They already have a lot of it. Oh, can I take those? Nah, well. So I want to get back there. I want to steal that. I wonder if that is actually necessary. So this is Bard. I wonder if that's like part of the quest is what I mean to say. Yep, not getting back there. Oh, but there's a door over here. With an elevator. Where does the elevator go? It doesn't tell. So we're not going to do that. Not at the moment. Because we have people to talk to. Nobody's named over here. It's very important in these places, as you play them in-game, it's very important for you to actually check.
You'll only be letting them into Byzantium temporarily. Long enough for the canids to sniff them out and chase them around.
It's the principle of the matter. Everything belongs in its appropriate place, and laborers do not belong in Byzantium.
I just think you're being rather narrow-minded. A common laborer might enjoy the chance to see Byzantium. Granted, they'd be seeing Byzantium while running for their lives with canids at their heels.
Bring the idea up in committee, if you're so adamant. I just don't think they belong here.
That is the Outer Worlds. There. It's not necessarily uncommon commentary. It isn't... That last... I like the other ones, because the other ones were surprising. This one is a little bit more depressing. Some Adreno. Not Adreno time.
Welcome. This unit has been programmed to provide...
I know. You're like the same one, the other one. I will take all of that. It's really weird that I can take all of that. But I'll just do that to check if there's anything good. Annual Byzantium Teacup Canid Review. Lovely, lovely art. I need to learn how... Ooh, what is that? Necklace and a ring. I need to learn how to make these. Like, the principle of something like this. It's just great. And it's not necessarily very difficult to illustrate. It is... You can see that there's a lot of illustration going on in here, though. So this is definitely done by... It's not just, you know, image editing. You actually need to know how to draw a little bit anyway. That's, you know, of course you would have to have this thing drawn up already. But this is just based on the game's default art. But I'm talking about this sort of stuff. Like, all this stuff. It's very Art Deco, very Googie style. I think, actually, is the correct term. Googie rather than Art Deco? I'm not sure. Excuse me.
Hey, Maverick Johnston's newest star. I've got a question for you. Do you know the interesting thing about Canid shows?
An eye patch. On an ex-Gorgon employee. I wonder if that is meant to signify anything. Do you know the interesting thing about Canid shows? Trick question, there isn't anything interesting about Canid shows.
Oh, but there is, if one possesses an eye for statistics. Mathematically speaking, the interesting thing about Canid shows is this. They're an exercise in futility. Winning is predetermined. Over time, the inevitable trend is that the race goes to the swift. Time and chance are just statistical outliers. In other words, if you put enough Canids through enough trials, the one with the most optimal attributes generally wins. Exercise in futility.
I'm not sure I'm not sure I understand where he's coming from, but at the same time, I'm not sure I understand what the writers mean by this. I think it might be a throwaway line, but it feels like it is a comparison between Canids and just people. Why are you telling me this?
Oh, I've been told I should try to socialize more. Sharing an interesting fact is a proven method of endearing oneself to a stranger. I'm an actuary, you see. Well, not entirely. The actuarial sciences are more of a passion than a profession. So I suppose that makes me mostly an actuary. That's a bit of a family joke. I'm Clarence Mostly.
That sounds familiar. Mostly Fine Furniture Company, right?
Yes, that's us. Mostly oak trees, too. My grandfather invented them, you know. Well, no, he didn't invent mostly oaks, but he did purchase the naming rights back during the terraforming days. It's essentially the same thing.
Of course. Yes, I've been looking for you. You're the last known staff member of Project Gorgon.
Oh. Then you're not here about my monograph. It's true, I was involved with Project Gorgon, but that chapter of my life is long since closed. Listen, I don't know what you want with Gorgon or with me, but let me give you some free advice, Let the past go. Live in the moment. Enjoy the party.
It's just so transparent. Advice, let the past go. He's got something to hide. So, that much we know. Personally. But what are we going to be able to do do about this? So, the manufactory of an emergency the manufactory is on emergency lockdown. I can tell him that. But I also can ask him about him being frightened. Which might be what I'm seeing here. he might be frightened rather than having something to hide, and that means the Intimidate would be a good way to push that fright. You want to keep living in the moment? Show me how to lift the emergency lockdown.
I was wondering if you were the sort of person to accept sensible advice or respond with threats of violence. Thank you for resolving that ambiguity for me. Lifting the lockdown won't be easy. You'll need to send overrides from the chem lab and human inquiry. I don't have that level of clearance, but I know 2 people who do. The trouble is, I don't know you. I don't trust you. I washed my hands of Gorgon, and you're asking me to dirty them all over again. I'm going to need a good reason.
How's this for a reason? I am really heavily armored. Also, I'm killing the board in the process of doing that for the main quest. But, yeah.
Right, of course. Thank you for reminding me. Point well taken. I want a favor from you. Do something for me, and I'll do something for you. That way, we don't have to rely on mutual trust. A grand prize trophy to the Canid Review. I want it in my hands. Get me that trophy, and I'll give you the remaining researchers. Names, locations, as much information as I have.
What's so important about a trophy?
My Canid, Laplace, is statistically superior to every other Canid in this review. Better average sprinting time, superior gait coefficient, optimal anatomical symmetry. I didn't bother entering little Laplace in this pointless contest. He's already won on paper, you see. That trophy rightfully belongs to him.
So that's why he was talking about that nonsense. That might be the most Byzantium thing I've ever heard. It isn't the most Byzantium thing I've ever heard in this game anyway.
Oh, you're much too kind. Does this mean you'll do it?
Huh. Now that... that is the most Byzantium thing I've ever heard. I don't think the game has made that joke yet. The joke of us using, Byzantium as the derogatory thing, and or being of Byzantium as a derogatory notion, and people taking it as a compliment. Yeah, I'll be back with that trophy.
Head into the main hall and take the elevator down into the maintenance tunnels. You'll find a service passage that leads up into the trophy room. The maintenance tunnel is the only way up into the trophy room. Some technician barred the door shut on our end. Ask Tilda Coatsworth about it, over by the podium.
Oh yeah, I've met her. Before I go, there was something else.
What's on your mind?
What can you tell me about Project Gorgon?
At the moment, nothing. I have a one-track mind. I can't stop thinking about that trophy. Why isn't it in my hands? When is it going to be in my hands? And so on and so forth. You get me that Best in Show trophy, and it'll clear my mind right up.
That's a pretty little story you have there. Speaking of pretty little things, I had completely forgotten that I was walking around with this eye that I found.
My eye! I was wondering where I'd misplaced that old thing. It's perfectly preserved, you know. Every eye possesses unique dimensions, not unlike a fingerprint. The circumference, the shape, the color of the iris. An eye makes excellent proof of identification, assuming you don't mind removing one.
So how'd you lose your eye?
I'd rather not get into the details. If Spacer's Choice ever asks you to test out their new model of monocle, just say no.
Well, here, take your eye back. I don't want this thing in my pocket.
Well, that's rather responsible of you. I'll put a good word in your permanent record.
Of course. Not that I will be needing that, but sure. I wonder if this unlocks like a new ending for the board or something. If like we're getting reputation with the board. Hey, Tilda.
This is a private party. No solicitors. No vagabonds. No freelancers. If you're here to offer your services as an entertainer, we're not interested.
She's so beautiful. That hat just... Anyway, I was actually here about the Canid review. Maybe a little?
Unfortunately, you're too late. The review ended a few days ago. We've submitted our results to the Judiciary Committee and await arbitration. In 8 to 10 short weeks, we'll have the name of a winner. Probably. That gives us 8 to 10 weeks to file a maintenance request. Our technician barred the vault door and then disappeared without a trace. Can you believe that?
That is not the story I was told. I mean, it was a little bit of the story that I was told. I didn't realize that they had just vanished. So, unbelievable. Whatever happened to competent help anyway?
Now you're speaking my language. The Musgrave Vault contracted a security consultant from UDL. They sent a technician to install a few security upgrades, anti-dissident automechanicals and the like. That technician barred the vault, but neglected to leave us with a way in from here. He wasn't seen leaving the security room, so I can't imagine where he's gone off to.
Isn't there another way into the trophy room? What about the maintenance tunnels?
The tunnels are guarded by automechanical security. I don't look nearly boorish enough to resemble a UDL guard, so they'd probably shoot me on sight. In any case, I'd rather not step foot in the tunnels. The tunnels are for disposing of unwanted refuse, and no place for a respectable Byzantine.
I can find a way into the vault for you. You won't have to dirty your hands.
Your eagerness to serve your betters is commendable. Here's a keycard. It should help you get around inside the tunnels. Now, was there anything else? I'd like to get back to mastering over the ceremonies, or people might question why I have this role at all.
But of course, I'll be on my way. Let's go. We're gonna kill some automechanicals. Anti-dissident automechanicals. It's gonna be fun. That's what this weapon is for. That's why I wanted a new one. Because this... No, wait. This is the plasma one. I need a new assault rifle. As well as a plasma one. Although this is pretty good because it's shock damage. So it takes care of robots in a very swift fashion. And everybody's very happy about it. So, yeah, there you go. So we have extreme amounts of lockpick. Which is pretty good. And I do want to... I'm very bad. Well, maybe I'm not. No, wait a minute, what? So, all change. Oh, right. I'm playing Wasteland 3. In Wasteland 3, you can't. I will not ramble about Wasteland 3's UI in this Let's Play. I'll ramble. I'll reserve my rambling for that particular Let's Play. So, what are we looking at? All area of effect and plasma damage dealt to you is reduced. Tactical master movement speed in the TTD thing is increased. Science weapon damage is increased. Steady hand. Wait. The sway and accuracy. I don't know, that's not too bad. After killing an enemy. It's only after killing an enemy, though, so it doesn't matter too much. Revenge. Whenever you are affected by a harmful effect, you do more damage. Improved weapons... Improvised weapons deal vastly more damage. I don't actually know what improvised weapons are. And we do extra damage when we're injured. Sure thing. Damage when alone in the party. Extra sprint speed. You know what? Let's go with that. What do we have? A lot of loot. But that doesn't really count.
Oh, clever.
It's just lockpicking. Parvati, you've been saying I'm clever since the beginning of the game. There we go. And that's the entrance. I don't see any robots. What do we have over here? Besides ammo. That's to call the elevator. Let's check this. Yeah, I'm a little bit faster. Oh, hi. Yep. Oh, there's another one. Oh, you were going for it. How did you get back there? Did you open? You opened the doors, didn't you? I hate it. I hate it when they open the doors. I mean, I guess I opened the doors. That particular door, I think it was opened by me. So let's make sure that it is the one that I'm thinking of. Music box inside of there. A light assault rifle Mark III. Installation log completed. Schedule annual sanitation and repair Musgrave family vault. Number 1, applied kindapine or kindapine scented, sure, scented floor wax, appraised the area in accordance with Byzantium aesthetic standards. See the HHC board aesthetic and interior regulations, section 33F. Relocated garbage, installed anti-dissonant automechanicals in order to ensure moral and civil hygiene. Note tampering with, altering, or otherwise disabling moral hygiene automechanicals is strictly prohibited under board regulations. Delivered complimentary mints. Did the board... I'm thinking if the board... This is indeed where we were. Has the board been portrayed as such a... That's weird. Isn't it? Like, I don't think that in the main game the board is portrayed as so... what is the... Where's the weight? Did it disappear now, or am I just blind? I think I'm blind half the time. Wait a minute. No, I just... Yeah, I just... Why? Why does the weight disappear? Look at that. I cannot tell how heavy these things are. And I sometimes can. I don't get it. I don't get it. I really don't understand. But either way, it doesn't matter. We got another door over here. This is the way. But I was wondering if the board has indeed been portrayed like so oppressive, so authoritarian. I thought that I think that might be out of it's not being non-canonical, but you know, not being in quite the same tone as the rest of the game. These dead canids show signs of domestication and extensive grooming. But there's not much going on in here.
Wow, you got that?
I did. It was easy. Again, we don't have weight there. I just have to go by the level. Oh, we can upgrade our equipment now a little bit. So, that was that. What do we have over here? Improved Silver Tongue Kit. That's for giving us skill bonuses for our armor. Improved Tech Kit. That's the same. Elite Troop Armor Gold.
That's hands, Cap.
That is the one that we see quite a lot actually here in not here in Byzantium, more in Monarch. Verity's Breath Inhalant. This is a lovely place. I think it's a kitchen. Or maybe? Look at this. I don't know. A chemical lab. Could be. So up we go. No song in these elevators. I don't know if those people are going to be upset that we're here. I hope they are not. Can't open that. Not a problem. Because I have my lockpicking pants.
Nicely done.
Most dangerous game. It is... What is that? It's a unique sniper? I think it might be. In a plasma cutter titanium. I think that might be a unique sniper. I wonder if it's going to be better than mine. Oh, right.
I sure hope these folks don't mind us borrowing this.
Oh, it's going to be fine. Don't worry about it. Don't complain. Nobody saw anything. Everything is fine. I think. Hello. Oh, pocket watch.
You know, the careers of 9 out of 13 actors end after their debut serial. Enjoy the fame while it lasts.
That's an interesting tidbit of information. He's very obsessed with giving those. I found dead canids in the service tunnels. Do you know anything about that?
Dead canids in the service tunnels. Domesticated canids? Why, that's utterly revolting.
You're telling me you had nothing to do with this?
My dear friend, I would not dream of hurting a canid. Every canid, regardless of their physical attributes, is a companion to their master. To kill a companion is a profound and unforgivable breach of trust. I'm glad I chose not to participate in this loathsome canid review. I will, however, take their trophy.
But of course, today's your lucky day, Clarence. I've got your trophy.
My trophy! Look at this thing! Have you ever seen a more garish monument to the boredom of the elite? If only Grandfather Mostly were alive today, I would have loved to wave this trophy right in front of his cataracts. I hope you won't take it personally when I say I had my doubts about you. Nothing ever gets done in Byzantium, you see. Competent work is, well, a statistical anomaly.
Well, that's an interesting take. Anyway, that's gonna be that for today because we're out of time. So for right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been The Outer Worlds. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.